Hi, this is me, Gleb, and I'm glad to meet you, of course. The Grange asks Russian or English today. English, as you can hear it now. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, Welcome, yes. Let's continue testing Chat GPT. Today I want to see how good can it solve pandas problems, because I have tested it for SQL problems and it quite good with SQL problems. I tested it with probability questions, and ChatGPT is terrible with probability questions. Today I'm going to test it with pandas, because as you know, at Stratascratch you can solve problems both with SQL and pandas. So that's really cool. Let's get it started. Okay. Let's start with easy question, of course, because remember about warming up. If you are not doing pandas or SQL problems every day, you should warm up. Okay, let's pick something I have never solved. Netflix sounds great. I had a Netflix subscription, by the way, a month ago, but I received an email from Netflix, and they said that we are going to delete several movies from your list. On Netflix, you have a list, kind of what do I want to watch next, yes? And in that list I had The Office. That's one of my favorite shows. I also had Interstellar and some other. By the way, I also added Shawshank. Escape from Shawshank. I don't remember the correct name. And Netflix just said we are going to delete it next month. And I cancelled my subscription because, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's switch to pandas, Python. Yeah. Did you know R, Cran? No. I used it a couple of times during my career, and I used it just to get to understand what is this tool, how it works, yes, how it feels. And I didn't like it much, because that's kind of same thing as Python. You see, there are a lot of different tools out there, yes, like this. You can MATLAB, Maple, Mathematica, R, yes, that's all like special tools for doing scientific calculations, you see. And Python is one of them, but at the same time Python is a programming language, yes, of general purpose. You can do a lot more than just scientific calculations with Python. So I don't see why should I learn any other tools, yes, except maybe for Mathematica, for Wolfram, from Stephen Wolfram, because it's just like beautiful tool, but I never used it like in serious projects. Hello Gleb, thanks for a video. I stopped to use Google, only GPT and my study speed to increase x3. But that's like sounds great, but again, you should be very careful. because you have to validate what ChatGPT generates, you see, because ChatGPT generating answers, and they have a disclaimer here: may occasionally generate incorrect information. So you have to check it. You have to use your common sense. Yes, it could help you, but you should not like relate on it very much. Yes, you should not trust it blindly. And of course, you should not trust Google blindly. Yes, and you also have to use your logic, use your common sense to check, to validate. You see, but when you use Google, sometimes you come to some trusted websites like Stack Overflow. Yes, and Stack Overflow, you have validation from community, you see, and it speed ups the process of like trusting the information, of checking it, of validating it, you see. In case of ChatGPT, yes, you have to do it yourself all the time, but yes, it can speed your programming, your studying very much. In technical stuff, I think yes, but you know, do not ask it for help with probability because it will teach you bullshit. Not only ChatGPT can tell you why you should use. Don't get it. Okay, let's start with pandas. Count the number of movies that Abigail Breslin was nominated for an Oscar. That's some actress, I believe, or actor, I don't know. Abigail. Year, nominee James Franco, movie false. Nominated, so I just have to count, filter and count. That's it. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Nominee equals equal. Today only Python and pandas. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, here only false here. Really strange. Let's try. Let's see. Oscar nominees had maybe. Okay, let's see. Run code. Let's find this Abigail. Ellen. Leonardo DiCaprio. So I cannot see her here. Actually, Abigail Breslin. I don't know if it is a real person. I think she is, because like here's the Brad Pitt here and other guys. Okay, stupid to scroll. I'm just warming up, remember? That's okay in a warming up phase. Okay, right. Let's do it. Bam. Let's check it like this. Oh, here's only one movie. Little Miss Sunshine. Have never seen this movie. Count the number of movies. Only one. Oh, not let's do it like this. Len, yes. 1. But count should also work here. I don't know. Check solution. Solved. Like, really stupid question. Very stupid. Okay. Let's ask ChatGPT for help with pandas. Solve pandas question. Let's see. Yeah, to solve this problem using the pandas library, you first need to load the data into the pandas data frame. Okay. Pandas read CSV. You should never use it like this, yes, but it knows it. Yes, you usually import it as PD. Count equals df count. Yeah, that looks correct. Very stupid question, but yeah. df count, yes, that should work. Okay, let's try another one. So it seems like it can solve pandas question. My wife loves Little Miss Sunshine. Good movie to relax. Cool. Salesforce. Calculate Samantha's and Lisa's total sales revenue. Yes, let's do it. What is the total revenue of Samantha and Lisa? I think that it's just you have to use a filter again, but in the here you should use or yes. Okay, sales performance, and here salesperson equals Samantha. Let's see. Yes, one Samantha is here, and here is or. To have or, we use pipe in pandas, and I will copy this code just to change the name here for Lisa. Run. Yep. And we have to sales revenue. Yep. We have to calculate sales revenue. Sales performance, like this, and the sales revenue, and sum. That's it. Check solution. Correct. Okay. Human versus the machine. Let's see. Solve pandas problem. To solve this problem using the pandas library, you will need to have a data frame containing data sales. Again, yes. Import pandas as PD. df Samantha's Lisa. df name is in. Yeah, by the way, that's a good idea, and it has a better readability than my solution actually, because when you use pipe, it becomes not really human friendly, and that's funny, because I'm human and I created not human friendly solution, and here is the machine created much more human friendly solution. So machines are coming. what is this? The second. What is this? This will print the total sales revenue of Samantha and Lisa. Alternatively, you can also use the pandas data frame group by y function to group the data by name and then use the pandas data frame sum function to sum the revenue for each group. Yeah, but why? That's like some kind of unnecessary addition to the correct solution. Okay, but it seems like ChatGPT good at pandas. Let's move to medium questions. Medium questions. I am ready because Gleb is machine for killing. Yeah, lol. Okay. It seems like. It seems why all these problems has no solution mark here. Yes, because I've already solved a lot of questions here. Maybe it shows it's like separate for SQL and for pandas. Yes, so if I switch for Postgres here, yes, I will have these solution marks here. But when you switch to Python, yes, I haven't solved it in pandas. Yeah, got it. Okay, the top percentile fraud. Yep. ABC Corp. ABC Corp is a mid-sized insurer in the US, and in the recent past their fraudulent claims have increased significantly for their personal auto insurance portfolio. They have developed an ML-based predictive model to identify propensity of fraudulent claims. Now, they assign highly experienced claim adjusters for top 5 percentile or percentile, I don't remember how to pronounce it correctly, or of claims identified by the model. Okay, so they are filtering suspicious applications. You see, your objective is to identify the top 5 percentile of claims from each state. Your output should be policy number, state, claim cost, and fraud score. Okay. Here's policy number. Okay. State, claim cost, fraud score. Your objective is to identify the top 5 percentile of claims from each state. Your output should be policy number, state, claim cost, and fraud score. Don't really understand the question, because what should I do? I should found just top 5 score for each state. That's it. But also I have to display claim cost. Okay, how do you think beginner in data and data analyst, not working, try to find job. I should to learn ML, or it's not priority for data analyst. Priority for data analyst is of course SQL. Yes, if you have your SQL in a good shape, you can work on something more advanced. And if you want to find a job in data analysis, you should learn basic practical statistics. You see, you should be able to analyze A/B tests. Yes, you have to know what is p-value, how to check hypothesis, etc. And also I assume that you are good at pandas, yes, because that's like coming along with SQL usually. Yes, if you cannot solve pandas problems, you should also train this skill first. And then if you have your SQL, your pandas and your statistics in a good shape, you should move to learning ML skills. But that's yes. Anyway, at some point at your career, you will come to learning ML. Yes, because that's the very logical continuation of your career as a data analyst. Okay, but right now I do not understand this medium pandas question. Yes, yeah. So let's check solution. Pandas and SQL good, statistics norm, AB bad. I see you. Thanks. Okay, cool. Yes, official solution here. Official solution here. For each state, you have to output. You have to output top 5 percentile. Yes. Okay. And let's. I'm just reverse engineering this problem. Actually, oh no, you see, for top 5 for each state, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, just top 5 scores for each state, I think, here. But yes, question formulated very poorly. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. No. Okay, still do not understand it. Okay, let's see the solution, because yes, I cannot understand what do they want. Solution discussion. Here is fraud score. Yes, they just use PCT true, and then they just filter out this by score. Okay. Oh, now it makes sense, but for me it like sounded a bit stupid. So fraud score, and they, yes, group by. Yeah. Okay, so maybe not enough warming up today, you see. Let's see if ChatGPT can solve this question. Solve pandas question. Quantile. And So here ChatGPT solved it in 2 steps actually. First step, it calculated the 95 quantile for each state. Okay. And the second step, it filtered it for each state. But in pandas, you should not use these for loops. In this case, you should use a join if you like creating a separate table with quantiles for each state. And here is state alternatively. Again, it uses for loop with pandas, and that is not cool, absolutely. Okay, so here I think that ChatGPT wins because it understood the question and I did not. Okay, let's move to another one. Back to questions. Let's cities with the most expensive homes, risky project, top Meta, Facebook, most active users, SMS confirmation, Spotify. Find the top ranked songs for the past 20 years. Highest total miles. Yeah, let's do Uber. You are given a table of Uber rides that contains the mileage and the purpose for business expense. You are asked to find business purposes that generate the most miles driven for passengers that use Uber for their business transportation. Find the top 3 business purpose categories by total mileage. Run code. And what do we have here? Category business, start, stop, miles, purpose. Here is the purpose: meal, entertain, errand, supplies, meeting. So let's check what categories do I have here. My Uber drives. Here is the category. Value counts. And reset index. That's the how Stratascratch displays Panda series. Stratascratch does not display index. Yes, so if you want to see the index, you have to reset it. Business, personal. Yes, so first of all, we have to filter out businesses. We have to filter them, and equals business from the capital letter, like this. Run code. True. Here is how I filter, and second step, we should group by purpose, and but I don't know what to do with missing values here, so I'm going to introduce it here in my group by, and here drop NA equals false. Yes, and by total mileage I should sum miles, I think. And here is the sum. And again, if I run it like this, expecting value column, please try to change your code, lol. What's wrong here? Let's see. By purpose, drop NA equals false, yes. Miles dot sum. Miles dot sum. What's wrong here? Can't see it. Can't see it. Again, let's debug it like this. I will cut it out. Bam, run code. Yep, it works. So now group by purpose. Let's see if it works like this. Oops. With only group by? No. Categories cannot be null. Please try to change your code. Why? Purpose. What if I okay. So mile age sum. Cannot find mileage. Miles. Run code, yes. And reset index. But what if I want to have missing values here? Drop NA equals false. Should work. Yeah. And here we have the empty category without a purpose. And now I have to sort them in descending order, or maybe better to use a rank function. But here I think we can do it with just sorting it. Sort values miles, and ascending equals false. Run code, yes. And here is the head 3. It's like in SQL we use limit instead of head. By total mileage, expected output. Okay, check solution. Solved. Yes, correct. And let's do it with chat GPT. Chat GPT. Wonderful technology. Solve pandas problem. Bam. Following code. Group by business purpose, yes, mileage.sum, cool. Sort values ascending false, head 3, yes, exactly my solution. Yeah, that's great. Let's move to the next. Let's ask ChatGPT to rewrite it with a rank function, because that's the very probable follow-up question during the job interview. Please rewrite it using rank function. To solve this problem using pandas library, you can use the yes, to rank the business perfect based on total mileage. Yes, first step the same. You're just grouping by business purpose and summing up. Then you calculate the rank, and then you filter by rank. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. Do you have a Stratascratch subscription, Gleb, or it's free plan? I have a Stratascratch subscription. Yes, I have it. I have a lifetime subscription, and by the way, I received it as a gift from the Stratascratch founder when I was doing streams on Stratascratch at my Russian channel. Founder of Stratascratch emailed me and offered affiliation program, yes, and also gifted me a lifetime subscription. But at that point, I also had I bought a subscription for a year, actually. But he gifted me the lifetime access. So the cool story, yes. Back to questions. Ranking most active guests. Again, ranking a lot of ranking questions, and that's the like most favorite questions during job interview. Bookings versus not bookings. Yeah, let's see. Airbnb question. 2 tables here. 2 tables and quite long description. Okay, let's try this one. Display the average number of times a user performed a search which led to a successful booking, and the average number of times a user performed a search but did not lead to a booking. The output should have a column named action with values does not book and books, as well as second column named average searches with the average numbers of search per action. Consider that the booking did not happen if the booking date is null. Be aware that search is connected to the booking only if their check-in dates match. Okay, Airbnb contacts, Airbnb search. Okay, and why do we need contact? TS contact reply accessing booking, and here DS check-in, DS checkout, number of searches, filter neighborhoods, date time. Does not make sense for me. Okay, so the output should have a column named action. With values does not book and books, as well as a second column named average search with average numbers of search per action. Okay, so I have to divide all users for book and does not book. And okay, let's look at the table. ID guest, ID host, ID listing, TS contact at, TS replied at, TS accepted at, TS booking at. So here we have booking date. Consider that the booking didn't happen if the booking date is null. So here booking date is null, so the booking didn't happen. Okay, and here is, why do I need this one? Be aware that search is connected to the booking only if their check-in dates match. So I have, this is okay, this is searches, check-in date and user ID. Average number of searches. Okay, so let's look at the second table. Airbnb, Airbnb searches head. So that's my starting table, and I will join booking to this table. Okay, so but I think that DS check-in, here is the date in the format of timestamp, yes, and let's see in the first table. Do we have check-in date? Yes, the DS check-in. Okay, yes, yeah, so I can join them. Let's do it. And by the way, in pandas, I recommend you to never use join. Joins table using index, and it will work even if you have like random index in your data frame, you see, and it will not raise an error if your tables just have default index of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So if you want to perform a join in pandas, always use merge and never use join. And I actually want to write to pandas developers so they just remove this join function from pandas, because it confuses a lot of people. I teach pandas for 4 years now, yes, and when people come to pandas, they are always confused by these two functions, and they always ask which one to use and why are there two functions to join, yes, to perform a simple operation. Yeah, so merge. Here's the Airbnb contacts as a right table. Then I will use how left. On equals. I will join these tables on two keys. First is user ID guest, ID user, ID user, ID guest. Oh no, I have to do it like this. Left on here is the guest ID guest, and the second key is ds check-in, and here is the write on equals oh, sorry, Airbnb searches, that's ID user here, ID user, and here is the same, but instead of ID user, ID guest. And let's try. Yep, here we go. Yes, that's correct. And I will save it to another table, df, and I have to use average. And how do I understand the average number of searches? I don't understand. I can calculate the total number of searches. Named action with values does not book on books, as well as second column named average searches with the average number of searches per action. Oh, so yes, I think I understand. So here is the, I should group by it by check-in date. Yes, I think so. Okay, let's try to do it. Let's look at my df, and I should have a field book or doesn't book. Book or doesn't book. How can I do it? Okay, book equals df, and I need df head, for example, the ID guest from here, from the second table. ID guest. I will use it as I just need to understand if I found something in a Airbnb context table. So I will use guest. I will use ID guest to check it. So if ID guest is here, I have found something. Actually I have to check booking date. Yes, because if I want to calculate the booking field, book or doesn't book, I should check this ts booking at. Yes. df ts booking at is is na, and df book, like this, and I multiply it by 1 to have zeros and ones. And actually if I want to have it like 1 for book, I should invert this using tilde, like this. Yeah, so here is book is 0, means that this search didn't end up in booking. That's how I understand this problem. Okay, and I also need to change this column into column action as they ask me to do. So it will be book, and I will use map here, and one is books, and 0 does not book, like this. Let's see. It's, by the way, a difficult question for me. So here 0 doesn't book, and if you find 1, here is books. Yeah. So now df group by, and I will group by action and ds check-in, and I think that yes, I have ds check-in, and I will just count here. Let's count what should we count? I should count user ID, because that's the number of searches, as I can understand it. Hello, father. Hello, Manudat. Cool. Long time no see. Count. Yeah, so here is the number of searches for each action. Reset index books doesn't book. Yeah. And now the last step is to calculate the average number of searches. So df group by action. Here is the user ID user, and min, and reset index. So that's the average number of searches. For books it is 2 searches, and for doesn't book it is 2.5. so that's makes sense for me. So if you doesn't book, you make more searches, because you cannot find what is good for you. Check solution. Not correct. And the solution looks quite different from mine. And actually here is the reverse logic. There are more searches for books. So I don't understand how to solve this question actually. And let's go to solution discussion. Let's see if I can understand this solution. Airbnb context distinct equals Airbnb contacts. So they start with a contacts table. ID guest, ID check-in, TS booking at, drop duplicates. Why? I don't know. Second step. They are joining two tables, and they are joining. So yes, they start from searches and join Airbnb contacts distinct on the same keys as I did. The F action, they use the same logic, but they are doing it with the lambda function. Then they are grouping. Oh, we have n searches field here. Let's see. N searches, yep. So okay, so I just need to group by. I just need to, okay, let's do it like this. Action, and here is the n searches and min, like this. Column not found, Airbnb searches. Let's see if I have this column here. And searches, yes, I have it. What's wrong? Of course. And just a wrong suggestion. Bam. Looks like correct answer. Solution is incorrect. And that's because of duplicates from this first table, but from the contacts table. But how do we know that we have to remove these duplicates? Let's reread the description. Display the average number of times a user performed the search which led to a successful booking, and the average number of times user performed a search but did not lead to a booking. The output should have a column named yes. Consider that booking did not happen if the booking date is null. Be aware that search is connected to the booking only if their check-in date match. So no clues to remove duplicates. Solution discussion. And okay, for everyone who's getting 22.708, and that's my case, yes, as you can see, instead of 22.009, you will need to remove the null from the Airbnb contacts table before doing join. This is also done in Python Pandas solution, like so. Okay. Every user submitted query, including mine, shows a value of 22.708 for dozen book. Why does the expected output shows 22.009? What are we missing? You will need to remove the null values from the Airbnb context table before doing the join. Okay, so how do we know it? That's stupid. Okay, today I'm not happy with questions I see at Stratascratch, but also I feel that I'm not in a very like good shape today. Yes, and today I just, you know, some days you have your skills a little bit up or a little bit down, and I feel today a little bit down for some reason. I don't know. I feel myself a bit stupid with these questions today. Okay, let's try another one, and that's probably will be last one. Spam posts. I don't want Airbnb anymore. Business name lens. Bookings, number of customer mail labels. Amazon, find the percentage of shippable orders. Yeah, like this question. 2 tables. And by the way, I even forgot to try it with ChatGPT, the last question, but it's like too stupid. Yeah. Find the percentage of shippable orders. Consider an order is shippable if the customer's address is known. Okay. So we have orders table, run code, and we have ID, customer ID, order date, order details, total order costs. So here is the list of orders, and we also have the customers table. So that's the simple question, I believe. Customers head. Yeah, and here we have address. So here is the empty. So we do not know where to deliver. So again, we have to join these 2 tables. Orders, merge, customers, how left, and here is the left on equals cast ID, right on equals just ID, and yeah, let's run it. And now we have to calculate the percentage of addresses not missing. Yes. Ship orders. Yes. So let's do it like this. Address is na. Yep, and I have to also invert it like this. Yep, and the last step is to just calculate a mean of this column. So here is the number of shippable orders. Let's check solution. Failed. Oh my god. Official solution 28. Oh, I just have to multiply it by 100. I think that's it. Yes, solved. And let's see if ChatGPT can solve it. And I want to specify 2 tables for it. Okay, let's do it without specifying tables. Let's see what it can do. Solve pandas question. To solve this problem, dev customers addresses count, total orders count, calculate percentage. Oh, yeah, you can do it like this also if we have both address and order ID in one table. Is now sum. Yes. Yeah. Total orders minus num of unshippable orders. Yeah. So that's actually correct. That's actually correct, guys. Okay. Okay, let's finish this stream with, of course, non-coding question. Non-coding questions. And today we saw that ChatGPT is good at pandas problems also. It's good at SQL and also good at pandas. It's a very good help for your studying pandas or SQL, and very good supplement for your training process. Okay. Let's have something, not probability. We know that it is very bad at probability. Let's see, maybe statistics. Statistics. Yelp. Central tendency. Comparing two groups sounds interesting. What statistical methods would you use to compare two populations or groups of populations to find significant difference or similarities? What statistical methods would you use to compare two populations or groups of a population to find significant differences or similarities? I would use statistical tests, yes, like z-test, t-test, chi-square test, maybe. Yes, that's it. Let's ask ChatGPT and then check what the Stratascratch has to say on this account. There are several statistical methods that can be used to compare two populations or groups of a population to find significant difference or similarities. Some of these methods include students, t-tests, yes, Mann-Whitney, chi-square, analysis of variance, ANOVA, yes. So it's just listed all possible statistical tests. Which tests to use depends on the type of data you have and the assumptions of the test. It is important to choose the appropriate test for your data to ensure the validity of your results. Yes, sounds good. And let's see the solution from solution discussion. There are different types of statistical tests. Yes, two-sample t-test, Mann-Whitney. If we have more than two continuous variables drawn from different populations, ANOVA. Have more than two, yes, of course. If we have categorical variables, chi-square test. Yeah, cool. Let's precision and recall. Negative R-squared conversion rate. Let's see, I like this title. There are 590 269,381 visitors of an online store, including 269,400 mobile app users and 320,981 desktop site users. 701 visitors made a purchase, 507 via mobile app, and 194 via desktop site. What is the base conversion rate for mobile app versus desktop size? What is the base conversion rate for mobile app versus desktop site? Okay, so we have just a table, yes. A desktop site visitors made purchase with mobile app and desktop app. What is the base conversion rate for mobile app versus desktop site? What means base conversion rate? I can calculate it by group, yes. So here I can take 507 and divide it by this number, and then take 194 and divide it by this number. But what is base conversion rate? Let's ask ChatGPT. To find best conversion rate for mobile app, you can calculate the conversion rate for each group separately and then compare the results. Yes. Interesting. Yes, that's the first one. And the second one is this. Yes. To compare the conversion rates for mobile app, you can subtract the desktop site conversion rate from mobile app rate. So we calculate the difference. So base conversion rate is just the difference. I've never heard this terminology. But yes, that makes sense, and that's very close to my analysis. Let's see what do they have here. Solution discussion. So they just calculated these two groups, and thus the conversion rate of mobile app is roughly 3 times the desktop site for a given sample data. And they just forgot about base conversion rate. Yes, stupid. Okay, it's a very stupid question. Let's find another one. New anomaly in distribution, calculation of test duration. That's is practical one. Let's do it. What goes into the calculation of test duration? Yeah, actually, very good question. And let's me outline the answer for you. Test duration. So what is test duration? Actually, that's sample size. Yes. And what determines sample size? What determines the sample size which is required to statistical tests? There are several factors which determine sample size. So that's the base conversion rate. If we can make it on a using an example of conversion rate, base CR, base conversion rate. Second, minimum detectable effect. So for example, if we have base conversion rate of 20%, for example, we want to discover the difference, for example, of 2%, yes, and it will be either less than 18 or more than 22, yes. So we can discover the difference between two groups if we have like the difference more than 2%. Third is the alpha, and that's the false positive rate. And the fourth is the power. 1 minus beta, and actually power is the same as recall, and that's the true positive rate. So here is the you can treat this false positive rate is the percentage of errors you make on negative cases, on cases where the difference is not presented here. Yes, so we say that we have a difference when difference is not here. Yes, that's the false positive rate. And true positive rate, that's the percentage of positive cases we detect. That's the percentage of times we say that difference is here when difference is really present in current case. So that's 4 factors which determine sample size or test duration. And by the way, that's the example of the Grange you asked about statistics. That you should know this definitely. Yes, that's required. Let's see if ChatGPT knows this. Help me with question on statistics. What goes into calculation of test duration? Duration of statistical test depends on a number of factors, including the size of the sample being tested, the complexity of statistical method being used, and the capabilities of the computer or software being used to perform the tests. Okay. Here are some specific factors that can affect the duration of statistical tests: sample size, statistical method, data quality, computer processing power, network speed. So that's completely that's like ChatGPT did not understand the question. Let's see what goes into the calculation of a sample size for a statistical test. There are several factors that go into the calculation of sample size for statistical tests, including the desired level of precision, that's the minimal detectable effect, the size of the population being studied, and the expected variability of the data. Level of precision, population size, expected level of precision, the similar margin of error. the desired level of precision or margin of error is an important factor in determining sample size. The smaller the margin of error, the larger the sample size needed to achieve it. Population size being studied can also affect sample size. A larger population may require a larger sample size to accurately represent it. Expected variability. The expected of the data is another important factor in determining sample size. If the data is expected to be highly variable, a larger sample size may be needed to accurately represent it. Yes, that's like that's if you have like fat tails, for example, in your distribution of the variable you are analyzing, you definitely need bigger sample size. Sample size. Confidence level. Yes, confidence level, that's the actually alpha. To calculate the sample size, you can use a sample size calculator or formula, or consult a statistical reference book. Yes, that's a good advice. It's important to choose an appropriate sample size to ensure the validity and reliability of statistical tests. Yes. Okay, let's see what Stratascratch thinks about it. Solution discussion. The test duration refers to the time interval we should run an A/B test. There is no standard test duration for A/B testing, but there are tools you can use for determining a suitable duration. So that's again a reference to statistical calculators. In general, the test duration should be as long as needed to obtain statistically significant results. If you use a tool for calculating the approximate test duration for an upcoming test, you will most likely need the number of samples, the conversion rate, which is the probability of us observing significant effect from our A/B testing, the statistical power, minimum improvement, the number of variations combinations. So the answer here is a little bit vague, in my opinion. So my answer is more technical and more precise, and I don't like this answer, and I of course don't like this answer. It lacks technical details. It's just like mostly water, you see. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for being with me here, and see you in a week. Yes, bye bye.